guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the most beautiful Halloween look in all of YouTube right here. You've come to the right place to see the most beautiful Halloween look ever, the most creative, the most perfectly executed Halloween look in all of the beauty industry. Of course, I'm kidding, but in this video I'm gonna be showing you the entire process and how I created this lion makeup look that I have going on right now. This was actually my costume for last year, but I'm doing it again this year just because I really wanted to incorporate more of the techniques that I've learned from makeup and take a couple more risks in when it comes to the makeup look that I did from last year to this year. Last year I definitely got ready like in a rush and I wasn't able to like really take my time on my makeup, and this year I went to the extreme, to the whole other end of the spectrum, and just took risks one after the other and after the other. And I know that this look is not absolutely 100% perfect. I'm such a perfectionist and I'm seeing a lot of imperfections in it when I'm looking at it right now, but I definitely tried my best and I gave it my all, and I tried some new techniques. I did the whole like cutting the crease and this very like winged eyeshadow look, and I gave it my best shot, and I did take a couple of hours. This look took me like 5 hours to create, and the video that I did was a voiceover just so that I wouldn't make it too long and trying to make it into a tutorial style. I'd rather give you guys like the process version of this tutorial, but I will be telling you like what products I used and so on. This look of course could have been a little bit simpler than this, but again I wanted to take those risks, especially for my very first Halloween look for this channel. So this is the end result right here. There were a couple of times in the video where I was like, should I upload this, should I not, does it look too bad, does it not? I'm not 100% into it, but I'm just proud to have been able to push through all of that and come up with an end result for you guys. And before we get started with this tutorial, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and for just interacting with me in these last couple of videos. It's been so much fun and I've been having so much fun creating these videos for you. I've been definitely taking risks and going out of my comfort zone a little bit, so I really do appreciate you guys being here. And without further ado and without more anticipation, if you guys want to see how I created this lion look right here, then please stay on and keep on watching. So I'm first going to start out as usual by priming my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I'm then going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 203, and I'm using the Morphe Y6 brush. This is the very first time that I'm using this brush, and I really did like the application. It really did apply my foundation very full coverage. It was able to spread out the product evenly throughout my face, but the only thing that I didn't like about this brush is how big it was. So whenever I wanted to get close into my eyes, I just put foundation all over my eyebrows and on my lashes, and that was getting on my nerves. So in the end, I just made sure to go back in with my sponge to make sure everything was nice and laid out smoothly, and to also remove some of the excess product that was left on my eyebrows and on my eyelashes. After that, I went in with the Maybelline H Rewind Concealer, and I just highlighted like I usually would, because if you take a look at the face of the lion, it basically has like the same contour areas as humans do. So that's why I'm basically going into the same areas, and I'm adding a little bit more than I normally would, because these are areas that I really want to highlight in the end for the face of a lion. And then of course, as you can see, I'm adding a little bit extra to the nose area and really defining that nose, because that's a super important part in regards to the shape of the lion for our face. And then I'm gonna go in and prime my eyelids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this will just make sure that our makeup stays nice and in place. Then I'm gonna go in and lay down my cream contour with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. And I'm gonna go in the same way that I would normally contour on the sides of my cheeks and on the temples, and also along my jawline. And then just blend all of that out to make sure there are no harsh lines. And I did get inspiration from this look from the following images that you're right now seeing on your screen. I grabbed bits and pieces from each of these looks to incorporate into mine. And if you do want to see these pictures online to get some inspiration for yourself, I will link them down below in that description box. After that contour is nice and blended, I'm gonna go back in with my concealer and then cut that jawline. And as you can see, I'm doing like rounded ends. I'm going upwards towards the end because if you can see that picture of the lion, that reference picture, that's the basic shape of the lion. You wanna make those curves so that the apples of your cheeks are super defined. And at the end, you're gonna see how it all looks. And then again, really blend that out, and then I'm gonna go in with a bronzer brush and I'm gonna really soften those edges, and this is how the basic shadows of our look for our lion are gonna look like. Then I'm gonna take that cream contour just a little bit on the back of my hand and then go in with a nose contouring brush and just basically do that nose contour and do it in a very exaggerated way, because once again, that's one of the main features when it comes to doing a lion look. When it comes to contouring the nose, don't worry if you get a little bit too messy at the tip of the nose, because of course that's gonna get covered in black at the end of the video. As you can see, I dabbed the extra product on the palm of my hand and then just go in and blend those edges. I even switched to like a more dense buffer brush to make sure there were no harsh lines. And then after that, once the ends were blended in, I went back in with that concealer to just really clean out the center of the nose. Then I'm gonna go ahead and set those cream products, and I'm gonna go in with my Coty Airspun on my lid like so, and I'm just gonna set everything in place, and I'm setting my entire face with this powder. Once that is done, I'm gonna go in with my butter bronzer and go on top of that cream contour that we just did. And in order to not lose that sharp edge on the bottom jaw, I'm gonna go in with just any sharp edge, like a card or something like that, just to make sure you have an outline and not lose that sharp line that you want on your jaw. Then I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade from the 35M Morphe palette and really just go over one more time and deepen that contour even more. And then again, making sure that apple of the cheek is nice and pronounced and with that round shape that we want. After that, I jumped in with the KKWX Mario palette and used the lightest shade to highlight the high points of the face, which are going to be the chin, then the forehead, and the under eye. These are areas from the lion face that are really highlighted, so you want to make sure that you use an almost white shade. Of course, you don't have to use this palette in particular, just any shade that you have available that is this kind of a color and almost white shade to make sure you really pronounce those highlights. Then I'm gonna go in with that dark brown color in that same palette and really pronounce the nose contour. Now we're gonna jump in straight into the brows, one of the main focuses when it comes to this makeup. And I first started out with a pomade and just outlined the brows. And as you can see, I'm not being too precise. I'm being kind of messy with it because of course we're gonna be drawing in very bushy eyebrows, so precision doesn't matter with this look. And then I went back in once I was done with the pomade with my NYX micro brow pencil and just really made sure to add additional bushy brows, just doing hair-like strokes all along the top of my eyebrow and adding those extra hairs on top. Then I went in with the NYX white liquid eyeliner and just went on top of that and really made sure to add additional hair-like strokes to kind of give the effect of more eyebrows and just make them bushier. And that's basically all we did for our eyebrows. And now we're gonna move on to the eyes, and I laid out that same white color all over my lid just to give me a blank slate. I'm first gonna go in with this transition shade right here and just lay it down all over the crease. And at the end of the crease, right on the side of your eye, you're gonna wing it out as if you were doing an actual wing to give that cat eye look. Then I'm gonna jump into the Modern Renaissance palette and grab Burnt Orange. And once again, just go on top of that and really lay it down. I felt like I needed a more orangey color. And once again, as you can see, I am winging it out at the end and then even dragging that same color to my lower lash line. Then I went in with the dark brown color from that same palette. It's called Cypress Umber, and I went in with a smaller brush and really defining that crease. You can be messy towards the eyelid because that's just gonna get cut with concealer. And just really make sure all of those edges are nice and blended. Then I went in with this small concealer brush to use some Tarte Shape Tape and really cut my crease underneath that dark brown shade that we laid out, and then drag it out towards the end and do like a winged eyeliner, but you're really cleaning up that area to make it nice and sharp. Once we had that laid out, I took a gel eyeliner, which I wouldn't recommend. I found out that it would have been easier if I just used a liquid eyeliner, so I do recommend doing that instead. And we're just gonna go in between, in the center of the concealer and that dark brown shade, just following that shape that you just created. Once that is done, I went in with that dark brown shade and really buffed it to the top of the black that we just laid out, just to really make sure that that blended in with the brown on top. And then after that, I took my concealer brush once again just to clean out the lid. Now I'm going in with my white eyeliner and really going really close to the lash line like you normally would do your eyeliner. and just follow those same shapes even down the nose. As you can see, I did drag that brown color, that black color, and then this white color down the nose as well. I kind of regret using this white eyeliner close to the lash line because it was getting all over my lashes, but I was able to clean that out with mascara and once I put the falsies on. And once that was done, I went in with a tiny brush and then just used my Stila Magnificent Metals glitter in the shade Kitten Karma and just went in and laid down that color in between the white and the black just for a super cool highlight to this eye look. Now I went in with my mascara once the eye look was done. And then on this part, I would recommend doing this white eyeliner on the lower lash line first, then lashes, but I did the opposite because of course this was trial and error. So I went in with that white eyeliner, just basically doing a point in the end and then just dragging all of that out to the outer edge. And then underneath that white eyeliner, I went back in with that dark color, that Cypress Umber color, and just added a shadow underneath that white eyeliner. Then we did lower lashes, top lashes once again to cover that white eyeliner. And then I went in with the most dramatic lashes that I have, and that they're absolutely beautiful and they're aptly named for this look. They're the Kim Tai Lion-Hearted lashes. So that was pretty much the eye look finished. And then for my highlighter, I used this shade right here from the Modern Renaissance palette to lay down that highlight first. And then on top of that, I used the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter because I figured that was a beautiful gold color. And I laid it down heavily using my Morphe 510 brush and just really went in ham with my highlighter. And then I went in with the Note Cosmetics blush. It's this one right here, and it's a beautiful coral color. Again, it would go perfectly with this orange and warm toned look. And I did my bronzer as usual, and this is what the first half of the face looked like. And then I went off of camera and finished the other half of my face. Once both eyes were done, I went back in with that white shade and I laid it down basically on my mustache area because that's gonna be the area where the whiskers go. Then using a liquid eyeliner, I went in and just outlined and colored in the tip of my nose. And then you drag down that color in the very center of your mustache. My hand was so shaky during this, so be very careful and make sure that your hand is very steady for this. But I ended up with a super thick line because once again, my hand was super shaky for that. And then on my top lip, I went in with a black lipstick. I used an absolutely horrible lipstick. I don't like it at all. And it was the CoverGirl and Katy Perry collab. A lipstick, and it was just like bleeding and transferring all over the place, and I just didn't really like it. But you can also use a liquid eyeliner, which I wish I would have done. And then I cleaned my bottom lip and just laid down a nude liquid lipstick, and this is the Smashbox liquid lipstick in the shade Stay Neutral. And for the final touch, I added some dots to the sides of my mustache just to mimic those whiskers. And the final touch was, of course, to set everything in place using my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I went off of camera, did my hair, then I put on the final accessories, my little paws. Then I fixed my hair, put on the mane, those ears. Then pose, 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 and this final look was complete. And that is it for this video, you guys. I really do hope you guys enjoyed watching the entire transformation for this lion Halloween look. It definitely turned out to be a little bit more complicated than I had anticipated, but I was very ambitious when it comes to the entire look and the techniques that I used. I've never done like the whole cutting the crease and very like cat eye look. I've never done something like that before, and I definitely took a leap of faith when it comes to this look. It's not my favorite, it's not absolutely perfect. I know it's messy in some areas, but I did my best and this is the final outcome. Let me know your thoughts in those comments down below. Once again, I really tried my best in coming out with something very funky. It's my very first Halloween look in this channel, so it's definitely something that needs improvement, but that's what practice does, and practice does make perfect. If you guys have any questions in regards to the products that I used and things like that, because I know I didn't show like every single detail of the process, let me know in those comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are and all of those things like that. I'd love to hear from you in those comments down below. Once again, I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you guys all on my next one. Bye guys.